welcome back. So in the last video, we have discussed about select distinct statement. Now in this video, we will discuss about temporary tables. So I will simply click here on new query and it will open a new query window for us. And we can close other query windows. So just simply close all of them. Let's close this as well. All right. So this is the new query window. Now, if I will further click here on this databases on the left-hand side, then employee details is our database. If I further click here on this plus icon, tables. So you can see that here we are having two tables. The very first is DBO employees table. We used this table in the first video when we were discussing about the select statement. Then we have DBO employee records. So we used DBO employee records in the second video where we discussed about select distinct state. Now let's say I want to create a temporary table and I want that it should be a replica of DBO employees table. So what statement should I write? How I can write that? So as of now, hash1 table does not exist or temporary table doesn't exist. It is not even in existence. So first of all, we will make sure that here at the top, our database that is employee details database is selected. So yes, it is already selected. And now we can simply write select star into the new temporary table that we are going to create will be, let's say, named hash temp1. So we can write select star into hash temp1 from which table? From DBO employees table. So I will simply drag this DBO employees table from the object explorer and will drop it here in the query window. Now let's select the statement written in line 3 and 4 and let's simply execute it. So 5 rows affected. It means hash temp1 table was created and the 5 records from DBO employee table were inserted into hash temp1. A replica of DBO employees table was created. So if I will now run a simple select statement on hash temp1 table, now let's see what happens. So we can simply write select star from hash temp1. Select this, press tab key, select the statement written in line 6 and execute it. So you can see that a replica of DBO employees table or employees table is created. And the name of this table is hash temp1. If let's say I want to open a new query window, so I'll simply click on new query. And if I will write the same select statement here on this new query window, that is select star from hash temp1. If I will write this statement here and if I'll just execute it, so you can see that Microsoft SQL Server throws an error and it says that invalid object name hash temp1 because this temp1 table was created in this query window where this 57 is written. So this hash temp1 will be recognized in this query window only. Even if you will move to the other query window, it doesn't exist here. But if you will come back to that query window where this table was created, then yes, it will be recognized here. So this is basically a temp table with a single pound sign, right? And we use these temp tables time and again, so you should be aware of it, right? And if I will again write select star from dbo.employees. Since we created a replica of DBO employees, if I'll execute these statements written in line 6 and 8, if I'll select them both, and if I'll click on execute, so you can see both of them are having same output. This above one highlighted in blue as of now is the output of hash temp1 and the second one is the output of DBO employees table, right? So both of them are having same output because hash temp1 is a replica of DBO employees table and it can be created by using this statement, that is select star into hash temp1 from DBO employees. And please note that when we use this statement written in line 3 and 4, hash temp1 didn't exist. It was not into existence. Now, let's say we want to create, let's come to line number 11. Let's say we want to create a replica of employee records table now. So if you want to create the replica of employee records tables, let's say we want to put it in another temporary table, which will be named hash temp2. So we can simply write select star into hash hash temp2. Please note that as of now, hash hash temp2 doesn't exist. So we are writing select star into hash hash temp2 from, we want to create a replica of DBO employee records table. So I will drag this DBO employee records and will drop it here in query window. Now let's simply select the statement written in line 11 and 12 and let's execute it. So 6 rows impacted. So in table DBO employee records, since 6 records are available, that's why in hash temp2 these 6 records were inserted. So now if we will run a simple select statement to see the table, the output of the table, so we can write select star from hash hash temp2. If I will select this and if I will execute the statement written in line 14, you can see that it is having this output, which is same as that of employee records table. If I will write yet another select statement to see that if these two outputs are matching or not for employee records table and temp2, so we can write select star from dbo dot employee records. And now let's select the statements from line 14 to 16 and let's execute them. So you can see that both the tables are having same output, exactly same output. Now the way we checked for hash temp1 table in the other query window, let's see what will be the output if we will copy the statement written in line 14 and we paste it here in the new query window, that is query window 52. So press enter, come to line 5, control V. Let's select the statement written in line 5 and let's execute it. So you can see that it is giving you the output. So the temporary table with double pound sign is getting recognized in other query windows as well, while the temporary table which was created with a single pound sign is not getting recognized in other query windows. That's why SQL Server shows an error when we execute the statement written in line 3 in query window with this number 52, right? So that's about the temporary table. So these are the two types of temporary tables. If I will open another instance for SQL Server, then let's see what happens. So if I'll minimize this SQL Server instance and let's click on SQL Server Management Studio again. It might take some time to open. Connect. Click on New Query. Now here in another instance, if I will write select star from hash temp1 and if I will execute this statement, so again SQL Server throws an error. So it is not getting recognized in other SQL Server instance as well with the temporary table with single pound sign. But if I will write select star from hash temp2 and if I will execute this statement written in line 5, so it is getting recognized. So the table with the temporary table with double pound sign will be recognized in other instances of SQL Server as well if the main instance in which this temporary table with double pound was created is active. If we will close the session in which, if we will close the instance in which this temporary table with double pound sign was created, then this in this instant, this will also show error. Line number 5 SQL statement will also show error in that case. So if I will just minimize this statement, and this is the instance where we created the temporary tables, both the temporary tables. So first of all, I will copy this part because we'll be closing it. So Control C, let's copy it to the other instance. Control V, and now let's close the original instance that we had open in the first place. Close it. No. And this is the other instance that remains. Let's open it. Now, if I will execute the statement written in line 5, you will see that this also shows an error. Why? Because the original instance in which this hash table was created is now not active. And for hash temp1, you have seen that it is not even recognized in the other query window in the same instance. So it will not be recognized now as well. So if I'll execute the statement written in line 3, it also shows the error. So that was all about the temporary tables that we had to discuss for this session so far. And in the upcoming sessions, we will take more questions. We will try to understand about other SQL Server concepts, and we'll try to discuss about important interview questions as well. So for this session, I think that's all, and we'll meet in the next session. Till then, thank you. Bye-bye.